already got all these lines transferred to the face of our trailer up here, so we don't have to worry about it.
So what we're working on today is we just finished up insulating our floor for our tiny house trailer. The trailer itself is 8'4" wide by 24 feet long. This one here is going to be more for a single family. It's going to have a loft in the back with a 3x3 shower and a toilet. Then you're going to have a nice dining area up in the front with some steps going up for the loft. Got our inspection done for the frame on Wednesday. Got our insulation inspection done this morning. We put 2-inch rigid foam insulation down first. Then we sealed around the entire edge of it with some big gap foam, spray foam. And then we put R13 fiberglass insulation on top of that. And behind me you can see all the kids, they're putting down 3/4 inch Advantech subflooring. So they're having to lay everything out, get everything laid out for the anchor bolts, and then they're measuring it all out, cutting it, and then they're going back behind and putting down some subfloor adhesive, putting that down, then they're connecting it from the OSB to the frame using 1.5-inch self-tappers. So it's a little bit different because normally in a house you can connect wood to wood. This here we're having to connect wood to metal. So we have to use some framing, some different fasteners for the framing members that we have. So it's been going very well so far. This is our second day working on it.
I think the hardest part is not necessarily, I've never done a tiny house before, and I'm not necessarily familiar with all measurements and all that, since it's really condensed down. It's not like you have a big project. And it's really helped me to learn everything about construction, no matter what part it is. Getting to learn every single part of it is nice. So you're not just learning about one thing such as electrical or framing. You get to learn all of it. I'm a person to hands-on work rather than just sit at a computer. I like being physically active and I'm enjoying it.
The in-class stuff is fun, having those guys learn about the cost estimating behind it and what a true dollar actually means when it goes towards a project. But building, it's the best thing when we can get out here and physically use our hands to build something. So, and they've seen it from a bare trailer to when we get to May, it's going to be a successful tiny home. This may not be for someone specifically right now. It will be sold at a sealed bid auction, but the same practice is going to building this that it does for your or my home. What they're going to learn, right now they're learning insulation, proper tools to use for cutting OSB studs. They're going to learn stud layout, how to fasten studs to OSB, studs to studs. They're going to learn how to build headers, all the framing practices, roofing, sheeting the outside, sheeting the roof. A lot of it goes into it. So they're going to be learning a lot here really quick. The timeline for it, we just started 2 days ago. Hopefully by Thanksgiving we can have all the walls built and maybe the roof framed in, and then I hope by Christmas break all of the exterior can have all the windows on it, we can have all the doors in it, we can have the roof finished and start our siding. We are going to start another build, same size trailer, different style of home itself. We got to wait two to 3 more weeks to get that trailer because it was ordered, but once we start that, we'll go through the same process, build the floor first, go from there.
So we started building the front walls of the house. We have 3 windows in and a door. We have 5 more walls to do, and then the roof. And so probably 3 weeks about.
We will not be able to do the back part of the trailer because the walls are too tall and we cannot get it out our door. So as soon as we get out of this wall here, we're going to have to pull it out and start framing it outside. This is obviously the first trailer, so it's a learning curve for everybody. So when we go to build our second one, it should go much faster.
So we just ended up putting on all of the outside sheeting, and we are currently working on the inside, putting up boards to make sure we can nail up into it, and then we're gonna put roof sheeting. We got all that. We're just making sure all of it's nailed off and just making sure it's all good, up to code. Then we'll put the roof sheeting on.
Our windows have been ordered for it. We got all double hung windows. Our door is ordered for it. It's about $5,700 for our windows and our door on this one. 5 weeks out. Our other trailer is supposed to be coming in a week.
The most fun part definitely has just been, it's just a good class. the teachers are great. The people in here are great. We're all just one big group, men together, coming together and just working. So I don't know, it's just fun being together and working as one. I don't know, they just taught me a lot.
All right, so what we have going on here is we have received our second delivery of our second trailer frame itself. Again, this comes from Pennsylvania. The gentleman left last night, got here about 7:30 this morning. Pretty close to the same thing as what our other one is. You'll notice some differences in the wheel wells. These are squared off wheel wells compared to the other ones where they had a taper on the sides, then went to being square. These little knobs here on the outside, they built in jacks for us, so we don't have to have welding class weld the jacks onto it anymore. They're just going to be essentially a jack just like this that has a quick connect that can go right on there on the outside edge. So there's 4 of them. The pan is also up a little bit higher on this. So instead of us being able to put 1 layer of 2-inch rigid foam with R13 fiberglass on top, we're doing 2 layers of 2-inch rigid foam on top, and that'll end up giving us around probably an R20 out of this. So it's going to be a really solid floor for insulation and everything. Mr. Hodges is in there framing up the walls for this house right now, as myself and some of the students are bending aluminum for fascia outside corners. It's going very quickly. It's hard to believe we're at Christmas break already, but I like the process. I like where we're at with both of them. And now that we have both trailers, and it's going to be all hands on deck and go for the next 6 months. So it's going very well so far. All right, so we just got back from Christmas break about a week and a half ago. Got a lot going on right now. We are currently putting our standing seam metal roof. This all has hidden fasteners on it. If you can see outside, we've got a nailing flange that we're actually putting screws down into it, and then the next panel will lap over top of those, so there are no exposed fasteners on this roof whatsoever. It's one of the most expensive roofs to put on, but it's one of the best as well. So we got 3, actually almost 4 total sections done. We got to put our trims on still, our ridge cap, our gable trims, our end wall flashing and stuff like that, but it's going really well, especially for the kids never have even seen this type of system before. In the background you can kind of see the start of our other trailer. We got all the walls up. We set them last week with our telehandler and the skid steer. Windows and doors are coming next Tuesday. We already started putting our wainscoting on the outside here, so we're rolling with it. We've got a lot going on. So when the windows and doors comes next week, we're going to install those and hopefully have this whole thing basically the exterior all finished up.
I've honestly had a great experience. I mean, just framing these walls, just installing everything, and the teachers are great. I mean, it's just a great experience. We did the walls, put the windows in, put all the siding on. That one's far more done than this one, but we're gonna have to start doing the same thing on this one. I do plan on going into construction. Before doing any building trades or residential construction, I had no idea what even really anything was. I mean, doing this, like these guys teaching me how to frame, put in windows, all that kind of stuff is just better teaches me for the real world. I mean, I really did not know how to do any of this.
So today what we're working on is painting the cider box right now. They're doing all the trims, hopefully for the final time, touching up any of the siding that had been touched by the other paint when they're finishing it up. We got Blissfield Heating and Plumbing that's hooking up our mini split for the cider box as well. The Aspen, we are cutting our table and our bench melamine board for it so that we can finish out our benches, and then the cutout will be for our table with the legs on it. Then once we get that done, we'll put legs, basically legs that you can take on and off, that when you want to use the table you can use it, or if you want to use it as a bed, take the legs off, drop the table down, and it'll make it into a nice bed. We had some kids washing the outside of that trailer, the front one. We had them washing windows, cleaning up the countertops. We got both on-demand water heaters hooked up, ready to go. We're just waiting for cabinets, so hopefully in about a week we'll be done with just about everything. So everything's going really well.
So today I'm down here with the tiny houses with the residential construction. Just helping out with touching up paint, washing windows, just getting finishing touches put on.
Our last student left about 4 or 5 days ago, so we had 2 weeks with one student, and there's plenty of other classes here at the Tech Center that have low number of students at this time of the year. So we've had, I mean, robotics, nursing prep, I can't even remember all of them that have come out. Building trades, education careers, sports science, probably missing one, but we've had a lot of different students come out and help us paint the siding, paint the trim, clean up the windows, clean up the inside, do some touch-up paints on the inside. Just a lot of help that we've had the last few weeks from students that have never really had anything to do with the program at all, but are still willing to come out and give us a hand. And the instructors have helped a lot too, so it's worked out great.
It's pretty cool because like we've seen them pretty much start from just the trailer to building it all the way up, so it's really nice seeing it all come together.
They're gonna be nice for somebody. You got the vehicle to pull them. I mean, take them up north, drop them off, put them on your piece of property, and I mean, they're gonna be beautiful for somebody. And they're all, like I said, everything's with them besides the beds. So they're basically fully furnished. So I'm very pleased with how they've turned out, and especially how far we've came in such a short amount of time.